Good morning, friends. Today, myself, Dr. Naval Singh Todawat, Assistant Professor in the subject of Botany from Moreshwar Arts, Science and Commerce College, Bhokardan, District Jalna. Friends, in today's videos, or you may call it as lecture series of plant ecology, we'll be going to study the adaptations of a plant that is hydrophytes, xerophytes, and many more with the response of water, seeing the anatomical character, adaptive characters, and the physiological characters. Well, before this, we have discussed on the biotic factors as well as the bioactive factors, those influence the organisms on this earth, maybe plants as well as the animals or microbes. But today, with respect to the adaptation, we are going to have the discussions. The slides or photos you are observing or looking at in this video are taken from the www.easybiologyclass.com. I am courtesy to this. Friends, while studying the adaptation, the question arises, what is the adaptation? Adaptation of the organisms, maybe plants or maybe animals. Those exist or struggle in the extreme condition for the survival or to live a normal life. Any feature of an organisms which struggles in a unfavorable conditions, which develops a part or the special features or the characters are developed in such type of the organisms. Adverse condition, or in the case of the nutritions or conditions with the respect nutrition in soils, with the respect condition of the atmosphere. Adaptative or organisms may be adapt in a region or a zone or a particular area with the help of the morphology, anatomy, physiology, and reproductive character. While talking on the first point, that is morphology, when we see the plants growing in the desert have the specific characters to store a water content in it. For storing a water, a specially the leaves are developed, and the leaves itself helps to store the water in the plants or sometimes stems. In the temperate zone, the trees have developed a leaf, and the structure of the leaf are needle like or a pointed leaf have been observed in a temperate zone. Where the snow occurs or the snowfall occurs throughout the period, in such a zone or in such a region, The trees do not have a flat leaves. They modified themselves and the leaves are developed that are pointed and needle-like leaf. The purpose and the function behind that, the snow or the snowfall should not remain stagnant on the leaf surface. Or whenever the snow will occur, it will fall on the leaves and again the leaves will not allow them to be stable and the snow will fall to the ground. So these are the morphological characters. Whereas the animals, so we have seen how these organisms on the earth in the extreme condition or in the unfavorable conditions they survive in the particular zone. Friends, warming in the 1898 on the basis of the nature of substratum, the plants which are attached to this substratum have been classified the adaptive plants. Look to the axillophytes plants. What are axillophytes? They grow on the acid soil. The nature of this soil is acidic. Saline soil. Halophytes are found on the saline soil. Samophytes. Samophytes are the plants seems to be grown on the sand. Lithophytes which grows on the surface of rock. Chasmophytes plants growing on the creases of rock, that means on the cracks of the rocks. Hydrophytes, the plants growing in or near the water. Xerophytes, they survive under very poor availability of water. Xerophytes are found mostly in the tropical, dry and desert area. Xerophytes are classified further on the basis of the environment. Plants growing in an environment which is neither very dry nor very wet. Looking towards to the hydrophytes. Hydrophytes means hydro means water and phyte means plants. The plants which grows inside the water or on the upper surface of the water or near the water. Mostly we may call it as the plants growing on the wet places or in the wind, in the water. See, there are few diagrams of Chara, that is alga, Hydrilla, Ceratophyllum, Trapha, and Utricularia. Some pteridophytes, some algae, and many more are the hydrophytes. What are the factors affecting plants in the aquatic environment? Temperature of the water. Second, that is important, osmotic concentration of the water, toxicity of the water, flow of the water, dissolved oxygen in the water, and the nutrients in the water. These are the factors which affects the life of the plants growing in the water, that are hydrophytes. Hydrophytes further are classified submerged, floating and amphibious. We'll discuss one by one. What are the submerged hydrophytes? You might have observed the Vallisneria plant. This plant grow below the surface. They are not in direct contact with air. Below the surface means they are completely under the water. Which are those? Rooted submerged hydrophytes. In water, you see where the water body is about shallow and the water depth is measured up to 10 to 5 to 10 feet. In such type of situation, the Vallisneria plant has to be found to be grown in such a region, and we may call it as the rooted submerged. Whereas submerged further are classified, that is rooted submerged, free floating submerged hydrophytes. Ceratophyllum is the next example. Floating hydrophytes. When we talk about the floating hydrophytes, we commonly go for the Salvinia. We may found in our region also, in small ponds and lakes also. We have seen the Salvinia, that is seems to be leaf-like, but free-floating hydrophytes seems to be observed in the. Then there are again few plants that are free-floating and to be found in the ponds and the stagnant water. Floats on the surface of water. Then plants contacts with both air and water may be or may not be rooted. Two types: free floating hydrophytes, that is non-rooted, and floating but rooted hydrophytes, that are nymphia. You might have seen the lotus plant. So the lotus plant is rooted but free floating on the water. Amphibious hydrophytes. Amphibious hydrophytes are example, we may call it as Marsilia. Plants are adapted to both aquatic as well as the terrestrial mode of the life. Means you can see along the water bank or the side of the water bank, or sometimes it seems to be in the water itself also. They are grown either on shallow water or muddy soil. Marsilia, Sagittaria, Oryza, commonly you are known about the rice, and some are marsh plants. What are marsh plants? Cyperus rotundans, typha. They are mostly occurrence of these plants are on the very wet soil. No waterlogging has been seen, but soil is being completely wet. So Cyperus rotundus and typha are the two best examples of the marshy plant. So friends, adaptations on the basis of morphological, anatomical, and physiological characters. In details, we have to see what are the changes in the morphology, what anatomical changes have been occur in the cells and the cells positions in the plants, and what type of physiology is being occur in the such type of the plants. When talking about the hydrophytes morphological adaptations, we go for the Jusia referens. Here is the plant. You can see in the water body. Some leaves of the nymphia are also shown in these figures. So friends, today we have seen the basic informations of the adaptive plants with the regards to hydrophytes, xerophytes, mesophytes, and all rest. So in details, we will be observing or we'll having the details regarding all these aspects in the next lecture. Till then, thank you. Once again, I repeat, the contents whatever shown in this video are taken from the easybiologyclass.com. Thank you.